Welcome in. Let me just pause that music there. Hi everyone. We are getting started today. I am so sorry. I am starting very late by my standards. Hello APC. Hello Ducky. Hello Flabby Johns. Hi, I'm first in. Yes, I'm early for a chance too. I thought she's late. I am very late. But I am indeed okay. Thank you so much for asking. Can everyone hear that? Let's turn off that. Yep, okay, cool. Everyone should be able to hear this. We have snow! We have snow! I am definitely okay. I had an appointment today to pick up my wedding dress, which I was very excited for. And then it just snowballed into some unexpected delays from there. How are we all today? How are we all going? I wasn't planning on doing an Animal Crossing tour tonight. I was planning on leaving this be for now because we did have an Animal Crossing tour the other day. But I haven't built a seed yet. We finished our previous seed, and I haven't built my new seed yet. So we're going to play a little bit of this, and then we're going to go and create a new seed. How does that sound? Alrighty. Wedding dress, how exciting. Are you excited? I am so excited. I tried on the dress today, and she's beautiful! Oh, hello ABC. I just want to say you're amazing and your streams are fun. Also, I'm lucky to call you a friend because you're really kind, also sweet in the inside. And also you have great taste in music. Also, I love you. Also, you're amazing. Cute and super talented as well. Thank you, ABC. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's really sweet. Thank you. I'm lucky to call all of you friends as well. Absolutely. We also have some changes. In case you can't tell, we also have some changes. Previously, we were sitting in a plaza with Tom Nook and a microphone, and now we've got this chick called Isabel, I guess, in an office. So they've put up some lovely Toy Day decorations. I hope everyone comes by to check them out. I don't have any big news to share, but I'd like to touch on one seasonal topic. Snowy days like today always put a chill in my bones, so I just can't shake. Luckily, nothing warms my heart more like the sight of perfect little snowflakes dancing through the air. Sometimes I'll gently scoop them up with a net to look at their beautiful intricacies up close. Oh yes! She's going to share with us a DIY, which is very exciting. A snowflake wreath. That's actually really cute. A little wreath out of snowflakes. That's adorable. Alrighty, so quite a bit has changed in Muffin Town in the 2 days since we last streamed. It's snowy! There's snow! Our house hasn't changed much at all, if at all. Let me actually move the gameplay down here so I feel like I'm looking at you guys rather than just up here. Yeah, our house is looking fairly similar. We haven't changed much. What's a dream address? So a dream address is, I'll show you actually. So once a day, once a day, what we can do is we can lay down in our bed. We can upload our dream address to the internet, and multiple times a day, we can go to other people's dreams. So anyone who uploads a dream address, it means that their town is accessible for anyone to visit. They won't be able to influence any change in the town. So if they destroy any flowers or anything like that, it doesn't actually destroy it in town. You're basically looking at a copy of our town. It just means that you can explore Muffin Town in your own time. Explore Muffin Town in your own time without me being online. Update the dream. We'll update the dream. Why not? I forgot to update it yesterday. I got a question about Twitch. Did you have to renew your tax form this month? No. Was I supposed to? No, I didn't. I'll tell you that one free. I did not. Whether or not I was supposed to, different story. I don't think so. I actually had a look at it the other day and it looked fine, so... No, I haven't actually had to update anything. So now we are updating our dream address. So now anyone who visits the town of Muffins, the Muffin Town, will see Muffin Town as it is in this exact instance. So this time, this weather, exactly as it is. Let's wake up. Well, that's cool. Visiting your island will be cool. Yeah, absolutely. So anyone can visit it at any time and see all the changes that have been made. However, if in the future, I also do want to have other people come visit the town and we can play games together, because certain things you can only do when there's more than one person in your town at once. So that'd be a cool thing to explore as well. So, let's have a look at some of the changes in Muffin Town. So, as I mentioned before, it is snowing. So snowy weather brings along a few changes in itself. Yeah, tell us about your tax. What's your social security number, your full name, and your mother's maiden name. And also my first pet's name and the first street that I ever lived on. You almost got me there. I'm kidding. Alrighty. Oh, I for some reason thought that was a pole. There we go. So it is lightly snowing at the moment and the ground is snowy. This brings along quite a few changes. For number one, our animals will start wearing more snowy weather. For example, Dina here's got the cutest little blue beanie on. I forgot to eat lunch. Oh no, so did I actually. I haven't eaten yet. That's fine. Aha! Here's another change that happens. Once a day, you will have 2 snowballs spawn on the ground. Normally they're not this close together, but it's cool. No snow on sand. No, the beach will always be sandy no matter what, so snow will never spawn on there. Flowers and weeds will never naturally spawn on there either. However, you can plant weeds and flowers. So once you kick it around enough for it to get big enough to roll, you can start rolling it. It doesn't really do much, but it's nice to just be able to kick and roll it around, right? This is fun. I think it's cute. If you kick it into a tree or into a river or a bush, it's gone. Simple as that. So we're just gonna roll this around a bit, see how big we can make it. And while I'm doing this and rolling up the snowball, I want to hear how everyone else is going. How's it all going? I've had a very busy, fun but busy day. How about everyone else? I think that's a nice size now. We can leave that be for a second. Let's roll this one. Why not? We're just gonna roll it around the tree. Roll, roll, roll your snow gently round the tree. Sao Bao playing with her balls again. Absolutely. Oh dear. Well, I'm sick of rolling snow, so let's just... Boop. Oh look, we have a snowman! And nice to meet you. Finally we can talk face to face. I was eager to meet you, even when I was just still a million little flakes. Aww. So this is Snowboy. So he won't last forever, but he's going to share us a DIY for making him properly. And he gets a large, and we get a large snowflake. So he's also saying that we built him properly. There is a way to, this is a perfectly built snowman. So he gave us a DIY and a large snowflake. It is very possible to screw up, and in fact it's incredibly easy to screw up your snowman and make it completely wrong. And in that case you won't get all the rewards that you can get. And if you really screw it up, you don't get any reward. He's just there, that's it. So you can do that once a day. And I think making little snowmen around the town is something that we're going to try and do as often as we can. I decided to take a half day at work mostly because Steve's honestly valid. I took a half day at work as well. Although I ended up working in my non-work part of work. I don't know how that works, but sure, pop off, I guess. I still ended up working. As Isabel mentioned, we can catch snowflakes with our net. Wow, it's a snowflake. Cool, excellent. All of these items are crafting items, so they're used to craft different items. That was really self-explanatory. And as I mentioned before, look, we have a new building. This is, instead of our little tent that was here, we have this big, beautiful building. And in fact, we have some stuff to go over once we get in the building. But first and foremost, let's talk to Mabel, because while I've met Mabel before, you guys haven't. Mabel is the clothes seller. Oh, there's something she'd like to ask us today. Can I bend your ear for a bit? Sure, what's up? So Mabel's thinking of opening a store here on Muffin Town. Aww. A proper store right here on the island. So they've got some materials left over from building Nook's Cranny. So to build the shop, where I needed to supply, I think it was like 30 pieces of wood, 30 pieces of softwood, 30 pieces of hardwood, and 30 iron nuggets. It is really tedious to collect. Wonderful. So let's find a place for the shop. Excellent. That's awesome. I didn't think that we'd be able to open the shop so soon. Wonderful. Alright, so we're going to open up the shop and plant it. So we're going to put a new shop somewhere. I feel like with all these houses down here is not a necessarily good location for it. Now, we could put it next to Nook's Cranny here. In fact, let's see how that would look. Excuse me. Let's see how that would look next to the shop. Alright, I want your help in chat. Do we want it next to the Nook's Cranny or do we want it in a different place? It's up to you. There is a good chance that we will move these two shops later on because they're kind of in an inconvenient location at the moment. But once we have access to the rest of the island, which technically we do now, but we're going to have much easier access to it soon, we can start moving everything to be more evenly spread around the island. So, is this a good place? Looks good. I like to hear that, Ducky. Yay! We now have the tailor shop. So that's going to open up soon. But I mentioned that I've met Mabel before, but you haven't. So Mabel is one of the sisters who owns the clothing brands and the clothing shops. Can I buy clothes? What's on sale? Okay, now we can buy clothes. So Mabel will sell us clothes. So they've got the Explorer shirt, the holiday sweater, which I already have, workout pants, work boots, stockings. I like this overall dress. I think I'm going to buy that. Excellent. I like the overall dress. Nothing else is really speaking to me at the moment, so we might come back later. Oh, actually, hang on, no. Wait. It's snowing, it's cold. Let's get the knit cap with the ear flaps. I think that's going to be really cute with the rainbow jumper. Alright. See you next time. Alrighty. So, we have not been in this building yet, and I think we've got some people to introduce you to. Ah, Sal. Hello. Welcome to the new and improved resident services tent. Beanie! Yes, I will put that on very soon. Oh, did I say tent? Of course I meant building. We couldn't have built it without your help. Now, as I mentioned in my broadcast, we need a new support staff for the building, so Isabel is here to take good care of us. You're Sal, right? Mr. Nook has told me about you. I'm fairly new to this job, so I'll have my hands full learning all the ins and outs for a while. But I'm already smitten with island life, so you can count on me to give it my absolute best. And there you have it. Isabel and I will split up duties to better support you. Broadly speaking, I'll take care of anything relating to homes or other construction issues. Isabel here will help you with more general island matters and resident support. Sit at the appropriate counter when you need help and we'll be over. Alright, so Tom's going to tell us that he's got something we want to help us with. First of all, we're going to have a look at the Nook Stop. Isn't Isabel in a Mario Kart? Yes, she is in Mario Kart 8. In fact, she's my main in Mario Kart 8. She's my main. My family actually banned me from playing Isabel for a while because they thought I was cheating in Mario Kart. I'm just that good. So right there, the ABD, like the Nook Stop here, gave us 50 coins. If I had come to the Nook Stop yesterday, on the day that this building reopened, we would have gotten 500 as a bonus. Why didn't I do that? Well, I actually did, but then I realized that I wanted you guys to see this whole introduction to the building, so I left without saving. Alrighty, so we're just going to leave that for now. There we go. And Tom Nook said he wanted to talk to us. Actually, is there anything in the lost and found box? Just a bunch of cardboard boxes, that's fine. Let's talk to Mr. Nook and see what's there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Flabby Johns, you're absolutely right. And Isabel is in Mario Kart, and she's also in Super Smash Brothers. So this is the construction consultant. So he's going to explain the services. So we can talk to him about island construction. So little fun projects such as bridges or inclines. This is what I'm talking about in terms of opening the island up. So we'll be able to create big bridges between the different parts of the island. We'll be able to create inclines to get up to the second and third levels. And we'll be... Oh, Muffins, you brought your cat toy over here. Sorry. And we'll be even able to move buildings. All of these things are not cheap. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. I dropped my Joy-Con, so I was trying to pick it up with my foot and oopsies. Excellent. Go Sally. What's worse is I almost just hit the power button for my PC with my knee. So yes, so we can even move existing buildings. None of these things are cheap. But we will have a good way of making money soon. So, Tom Nook wanted our help. Let's see what he wanted. So this is our main goal coming up in Animal Crossing for now. As I mentioned, Animal Crossing is a very open-ended life simulation game where the no designed endpoint. However, this game does have a first initial goal to help you get started and help give you motivation and sort of a guideline of what you can do. So our plaza is primed and ready for major events. And, oh yes, we did start with a deserted community. So, Tom Nook, what's your good plan? So Tom Nook wants to have KK Slider come and perform in Muffin Town. I know who KK Slider is. He's the dog, the naked dog that played guitar to us at the beginning. APC said it before. I've got great taste in music. See See, OPC was right. KK Lament is my go-to character to make you song. Very nice. Back to our goal. If we hold a KK concert here, Muffin Town could become a household name. We've done a lot further to development. We've got to do a lot more to develop the island, but a KK show would show the culmination. So that's our goal here. We want to raise the island's the prestige of the island enough to have KK join us. So he also wants to hold a workshop on customization. We'll do that later, not today. No, I want to... Yes. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, what should I do? Okay, it's called Project K, so it's divided in 3 main stages. So we need more visitors to come to the island, we need more folks to move to the island, and we have to work hard to increase the overall image of the island. So we'll create a Muffin Town so loved, word of how great this island is will reach KK, and he'll have to perform here. So Tom Nook wants to increase the number of tourists by adding a campsite. That's actually a really cute thing. So that'd be nice. We're going to get out our phone, and he's going to give us the DIY for the campsite. Certain DIYs like this. For the most part, you have a DIY. You make the item from the DIY. You can make it again. You can make it again. You can make it again. Items like the campsite construction and the first ever bridge that you made, you cannot make those again afterwards. They're locked out to you. So we'll do that. And let's talk to this new chick, Isabel. Oh, Sal! Here you are already. At this counter we help with both general issues and issues you may face with other residents. Wonderful. But since you're here, I might as well ask, do you have any specific concerns? I have some concerns. Alrighty. So, Isabel will allow us to change the island tune, change the island flag, or discuss a residence. Let's talk about what that means. So changing the island tune and the island flag will allow us to customize it more towards Muffin Town. And I mentioned before last time that I'm looking for submissions for what an island flag would be. And we're going to start taking submissions for that very soon. In fact, once I get sort of a platform up in which we're able to create submissions, that will go live. The island tune as well will be able to, I'll also be taking entries for an island tune. It can be a pre-existing tune. It could be a tune that you make up. It could be a tune from a video game or something like that. And we will be taking submissions, and I'll explain all the details of that once I have the platform set up for it. The third option is discuss a resident. So she will issue warnings to any villagers on our island that use foul language or dress inappropriately. So this function more exists. So if you have a villager that moves to your island from another person's island, say for example, if someone moves to Muffin Town from my personal town, they will retain their any clothing that they might be wearing when they left, and any catchphrases or greetings. So if there's anything inappropriate, or if they're wearing something inappropriate, you are able to reset them here. It's a nice little thing. Isabel frames it as a bad thing, but it's a nice way to be able to refresh and create, refresh and reset all of their clothes and greetings. So we're good for now. We're not going to do anything here. There is one last thing we are going to do in this building. And I think it's high time that we pay off our home loan. That's not how we do it. Actually, no, I should actually mention this. Now that our resident services building has opened, we have so many more options of things that we can update and we can buy with our Nook Miles. So bell vouchers allow you to just sell it for bells. I think for 500 Nook Miles, you can sell that for 3,000 bells. It's not worth it. Nook Miles tickets allows you to travel to a random mystery island. honestly, people buy these for when they're searching for a particular villager that they want to fill in a particular space. But in order for gathering resources, there's a better avenue later on. There's the Pro Camera app, which gives us more controls with the camera. There's the Custom Design Pro Editor and the Custom Designs Plus. They allow us to create custom designs of different types. So fans and shirts and hats and stuff like that. We'll go through to all of that. Ultimate Pocket Stuffing actually gives us more space in our pockets to carry more items. That one I think is very worth it. Pro Decorating License gives us extra decorating options and the ability to use ceiling items, which is cool. And Hip Reaction Collection allows us to have more reactions, which I don't think we've ever gone through. So we'll go through that later. And as well as that, all of these items, all of these DIYs have opened up for all these items. So these will give us the DIYs to create all of these items. We are also able to collect all of these items. These items can only be bought with Nook Miles and aren't available in the shops. You can also change the color of these down the road if you don't like the color. And then, of course, you have the clothing options that were here at the beginning of the game. Yeah, that's it. But other than that, let's go pay off our home loan, I think. Whoa, I had no idea it was this intensive or inclusive. Absolutely. There is a lot, and we haven't even scratched the surface. I'm not gonna lie, we haven't even scratched the surface. We're still technically in the tutorial part. It's a big game. Okay, so we are gonna pay the balance from our pockets. 27,000. Yay! I finished paying off my home loan. If only it was that easy in real life. So yes, let's tell Tom Nook that we've paid off our home loan. I think he's going to be very happy. He no longer has to take a hit out on us. He'd expect nothing less, but such a milestone is cause for celebration. I'm still not sure how you get money that's not just picking up and selling apples. Great question, and I'll go through that if you'd like. I suppose it's a good time to take stock and reflect. I'm sure your home is quite comfy. It is really comfy. But what if it could be bigger? See, this is where he gets us. He gives us no interest loans with no repayment schedule. We can repay it in our own time. But the moment we become debt-free, he hooks us back in. I will leave it at that. As if you don't know what you're doing, Tom Nook. You know what you're doing. Alright, I want to talk about my home and let's expand and make the house bigger. That was the goal here. Along with the layout, I'm happy for when residents want to move their home. So in the future, we'll be able to move our house as well. It does cost 10,000 bells each time you want to move your house. So the loan's going to be 198,000. That's a big loan. I bet sure. Alrighty, so we had a red roof when we started. Let's go with a green roof. I want a Christmas roof. Green. There we go. So we're going to have a bigger room, a bigger house when we start up tomorrow, or when I start up tomorrow, and I'll be sure to show you that house later on. So Ducky asked, how do we make money? Heck yeah, green roof. It's gonna be nice. I caught a moth, and I had a ball doing it. Sorry. So, Ducky asks, how do you make money beyond just selling the fruit on your trees? And that's a great question. So, first and foremost, you can sell the fruit that's on your trees. Oranges are our native fruit, and what I mean by that is they're the first fruit that we had on our island, and they grow in abundance on our island. So, they sell for a fairly basic rate. Any fruit that is not native to your island, for example, these cherries were given to us by our mother. They didn't naturally grow here when we came here. And as a result, they will sell for more bells. So it is always worth it to put to collect fruit from islands that you don't grow in your island and plant them. You'll get fruit sometimes from your non-native fruit from your villages. Or you can collect them by visiting other people's islands. occasionally mystery islands that you go to will sometimes have a non-native fruit as well, in case you don't have any friends who currently play the game. As well as that, you can go around every day and whack your stones. So whacking your rocks will release materials. If you have no use for the materials for anything that you're building, you can sell them. I personally stick them in my storage in case I need them down the road, because you only have 6 rocks a day and you can only hit them once per day. Or like, you know, one set of once per day. You don't have to do this whole configuration thing, but when you do hit a rock, you do get knocked back quite a bit. So eventually you do miss hitting the rock. And despite what you may think, you don't hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. You don't hit it 9 times and magically get 9 materials. It depends on how many times you hit it in a certain period. So yeah, you can hit the rocks to collect. You can hit the rocks to collect materials. There is something else we can do with the rocks as well, and we'll get to that. Once a day, you will have this little sparkly hole in the ground that has 1,000 bells in it. You can plant the 1,000 bells, and it will grow into a money tree over the next few days, and that will have 1,000 bells on each branch. However, if you get out 10,000 bells, you can put that in the hole and each branch will have 10,000 bells. I believe you can do that with 1,000 bells, 10,000 bells, 30,000 bells, and 99,000 bells to get that amount on each branch, respectively. And that's a great way to make money. It's not immediate, but it is a great way. So, this is the one rock I was telling about. Once a day, one of your 6 rocks will distribute money instead of materials. So this is also a great way of making money, just making sure you do this every day. And in fact, it's a great way to do it. Updating your dream address each day will give you I think it comes in the mail next time, but updating your dream address each day will give you a dream ticket, which is designed for you to sell for 3,000 or 5,000 bells. I can't remember which one. Now, the final ways to make money, you can go along your beach and sell your shells. You can pick up your shells and your corals and you can sell those. And the other way you can do it, which is particularly... oh, my pockets are full. Particularly beneficial in... Oh, I want that giant clam. Every IRL day or every in-game day. So this is now running on real time. So for me, it's 7:23 in my area, and the game is 7:23. So it runs in real game time. So every IRL day is every in-game day. So yes, every day. Unless you change the clock, and in that case, it's 1 per in-game day. Time travel is something that people do here. And it's something that you can do if you choose. On Muffin Town, I try not to time travel because otherwise you guys are going to miss out on too much. So, I also have quite a few things that we can sell. The final way that you can sell items that you can make money is by selling any bugs or fish that you catch that aren't that you're not donating to the museum. Alrighty. So, for example, we are going to sell some items. Alrighty, so we're going to sell this squid. I'm not going to sell my stones in case I want to make something with it. And we're not going to sell the old tires. The old tires don't sell for much, but what we can do is we can turn them into items, which is very cool. We're going to sell the moth. We're going to sell our oranges, our cherries, our oranges, and this conch. And we get 12,000 bells for that. That's not bad. There are certain bugs and fish that are worth way more than others. For example, the sea bass is one of the cheapest fish. I think you get 240 bells for it. And it goes up to fish that you can get literally thousands for. Summer is the best time to farm for the high-paying fish and animals, fish and bugs. However, there are still quite a few high-paying fish and bugs in winter as well. In fact, it's snowing right now. So if we see a large enough shadow, we are going to try and do something. also get our DIY of the day. Last but not least, any fossils that you dig up from the ground. If you're not donating, once you get them assessed, if you don't plan on donating them, they actually sell for quite a lot once they are assessed. For example, there we go. This is a fossil here. It's unidentified, so it sells for about 300 bells. Once it's identified, it could sell for anywhere from a few hundred bells to a few thousand bells. So if you're not planning on donating them to the museum, or if you already have that fish in your museum, you might as well sell it. The only reason why you wouldn't sell it beyond that is if you're looking to trade fossils with other people to try and find the pieces that you're missing. There we go. Some countries call it suckerfish. That's not even a joke. And our fishing rod broke. The other big there's one last way you can make money. I mean, there's plenty of ways you can make money. Don't get me wrong. Plenty of ways. I never visited Red yesterday. Oh well. You can sell all the weeds that come from your ground, from the ground. You can sell pretty much anything in this game. Previously, it was a case that you couldn't sell weeds, you couldn't sell tires, and you can sell rubbish. But now you can. Hi, Kazzy! Hi! Welcome in! You are catching us just as we're finishing up with Animal Crossing. We're about to start a new Zelda seed, which is exciting. How are you? How are you doing? Alrighty, the last thing that we need to talk about is the stock market, the turnip stock market. So every Sunday morning, Daisy May will come selling turnips, and she will sell them from she'll sell them for anywhere between, I think it's like 80 to 120 or 130 bells or something like that. So you can buy them in bundles of 10, and you can buy as many as you want. So if you buy 10 bags, like if you buy 10 turnips for 96 bells each, you've just spent 960 bells on turnips. What will happen then is over the course of the week, you can check to see what the turnip prices are at the Nookling at the Nookling shop. The price will differ from morning to afternoon, so they will have a different price in the morning and a different price in the afternoon. So it's worth checking at any point. Much like the actual stock market, the price of the turnips rise and fall. There are ways to predict this based on patterns within your game. I just always have really bad luck with turnip prices. So for example, if we bought 10 bundles of turnips for 96 bells, how much are we getting for them today? Oh, that's actually not bad. That's not bad. We've been making a fair profit from that. It is very much a gamble. It is very much a gamble. I've seen prices in the $500 to $600 range per turnip, and you can get a lot from that. Most of the time, I have turnips going for like 40 bells or something like that. It is a huge risk and reward system, and there are quite a few achievements and Nook Miles that you can get from this. New to this as well, we also have these Nook Mile Plus, which are smaller amounts of Nook Miles that you can get for doing different tasks every day. So for example, talking to our neighbours, growing fruit trees, completing DIY projects, as well as our big normal ones. So we've now trashed 20 tools. We've paid our loan off. That's cute. I love that. Oh, we made our first snowman. That's an achievement there. And that's it. And you might be wondering what are the keywords that we get. So you can see that. Oh, whoa! Hello, Eep. Good Lord, what is happening in there? Thank you so much for the gift subs. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also, yes, you have your animations back. Thank you so much. Kazi Taiba here. I feel that. I feel that so much. Thank you so much, Eve. That's incredible. Thank you. So yes, you can change your keyword. You can change your title, which is where the keywords come in place. So my title is currently mistakenly caught grandma. So I can I can call myself a inexperienced materialist. Excellent. Yay, boxes, triangles coming soon. It is not required, but very appreciated. Let's call myself a thrifty materialist. I like that. My favorite title to call myself is specific something or other. I find it very hilariously ironic. But yeah, that's a lot of the big changes happening in Muffintown at the moment. There is one thing that we can do when it's snowing. However, I think we're going to dedicate some a separate time to that. Because can we do it? Silly can. It's a pun. It's a pun. It makes more sense once you understand the game a bit more. Oh, that's really cute. Alrighty. I think that's a good tour of Muffintown at the moment. We will come back at a later point when we have our house built up a little bit. And in the background, I'm going to be working on getting that campsite together and increasing the prestige of the island. But this doesn't mean the stream is over. No. Stream is not over at all. We are still going. I think we're going to... GG, Eep, by the way. Yeah, thank you, Eep. I appreciate it. We are going to be continuing on, so don't think we're going anywhere. Don't think we're going anywhere at all. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Alrighty. Let's get this going. Thank you for showing us Muffintown. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I love the fact that I get to experience this with all of you guys. I think that's awesome. But for now, we're going to move away from Muffintown for a second. We're going to keep this nice music going on in the background. Don't get me wrong. But we are going to build... Nope, that's the wrong one. We are going to build... Oh, that's my... Whoopsies. There we go. We're going to build a new seed. There we go. We are going to be building a new Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask seed. And I need your help in the settings. So we are going to put together a few setting options. First and foremost, I want your opinion. What is our goal today? So we can do any final boss. So we can defeat either Ganon or Majora. We can defeat specifically Ganon. We can fight specifically Majora. We can do both Ganon and Majora, which is what we normally do. We can do a Triforce quest where we find the 3 pieces of the Triforce, the Courage, Wisdom, and Power. Or we can do Triforce Hunt, where we have to find 20 Triforce pieces or a predetermined amount of Triforce pieces. So what do you guys think we should do today? That was for Tiny. She's going to bed and wanted to say goodnight. Hello, Tiny. Hello, Tiny. I hope you're doing well. And good night, Tiny. I hope you have a lovely night. And I hope you have lots of sleep. So good night. Triforce quest sounds fun. All right, done deal. I like the idea of a Triforce quest. All right, we're going to do a Triforce quest today. Triforce quest it is. Yeah, I like it. All right. So most of these we're not going to change too much. Let's see. We are going to have the songs at the song locations. Thanks by lurking for a bit. Bye bye, Tiny. Good night, Tiny. We're going to keep the songs at song locations, which means that all the songs are going to be at the locations of all the songs. So that's fairly straightforward. We're not going to have Skulltula tokens. I feel like all of this is going to stay the same for the most part. Yeah, I think we're good here. The price is going to stay the same. The events are going to stay the same. We're going to do a random starting age. And we're going to have the Door of Time open. Shall we allow Adult Link to be swordless? Actually, no. Let's... Alright. I will let you guys decide whether or not we should allow Adult Link to be swordless. Which means if we start as Adult Link, we do not start with the Master Sword. If we do start as Adult Link, we start... if we don't allow Adult Link to be swordless, if we start as Adult Link with this random age, we get the Master Sword automatically. If we click this, he does not get the Master Sword. You guys get to decide that while I'm looking at the other settings. We're going to keep this going. I'm not going to do Cross Games Age, only because it can mess with the physics a little bit. Boss Medallions 4 to the moon. Excellent. Sounds dangerous and pretty cool, no sword. Alright, done deal. I like the sound of that. Whee! Time travel requires Master Sword, yes. But glitchy. The logic will always allow us to be able to find the Master Sword if it's needed, which 9 times out of 10 it's needed. So it's always going to allow us to find it if needed. So we're going to go with that. I think that sounds great. Alrighty, these are we're going to go with. I need to know, what items do you want us to start with? Last time we started with progressive strength, so I'm going to remove that. 3 items. Give me 3 items. They can be as helpful or as stupid as you want. If you want me to start with a fish or a Dongaro's mask or whatever you want, or if you want to be helpful and tell me that I can start with the Kakiri sword, it's all up to you. That's fine. That's fine. Entrances. Entrances is also another question. Yeah, give me 3 items that you want me to start with. We'll leave it there for now, and then we'll get into entrance logic. So if you're wanting to know what items I can start with, there's a whole list of things. So I could start with Bolero Fire, I could start with a Child Fish, I could start with the Forest Medallion, I could start with Dolwa's Remains. Whatever you decide. Whatever you decide, we are happy to start with. We could start with the Triforce of Wisdom. I'm kidding. We're not actually going to do that. Imagine if we started with the Triforce Power, Triforce Wisdom, and Triforce... Wait. I need to know. We are going to build an actual proper seed. Like, we're going to keep all of the settings. But while you guys are deciding what 3 items to start me with... No sword, so Prelude to compensate. Oh, I like that. Okay. Okay. I like that. I'm just going to quickly build a seed with the Triforce, because I need to know what's going to happen if we start a Triforce quest and then start with the 3 pieces of the Triforce. I kind of need to know what's going to happen here. And then we're going to build the proper sword, so Prelude. Okay, Prelude. I like that. Alright. Okay. 2 more items. I need 2 more items in order to build this seed. And I don't know if you can see it, but Muffins is licking my bag handles in the background. Hello to Donks. Welcome in. Bonchu. Alright, we can start with Bonchu's Prelude. I'm looking for 1 more item. Okay. I need to know, man. I need to know. Hello? Hello? Thank you. Hang on, let me, for a second. There we go. 1 Greg, exactly 1. Alright, done deal. Done deal. We are starting with Prelude, Bonchoos, and 1 Greg. Done deal. Alright, but I need to know what will happen if we start this file. Okay, open ROM. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I save this thing to? Where the hell did I save this? Oh, there it is. I saved it in the wrong location. Bear with me for a second. I need to know this, guys. Just bear with me and then we're good, okay? Open ROM. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get to the proper seed in a second. Just bear with me. Where's my controller? Never go below 1 rupee. Alright, done deal. Oh, Silver, I like that. We're not even going to bother naming him. I just want to see what happens. Okay, it just goes straight to the end. Okay, that's what I thought. Quickest seed ever. We are done here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, I just had to see what would happen there. We're good. We're good. Okay. This is the stupid stuff that you have to do every so often, alright? Items. Let's go back to starting items. Remove that. Remove that and remove that. Perfect. Baby seed Plando. Honestly, valid. Alright. We are starting with Prelude. We are starting with Bombchu. Bombchu. And we are starting with... Oh, wait, hang on. Give me 5 Bombchus. Be nice to myself. And green rupee. 1 green rupee. There we go. That's what we are starting with. Excellent. Okay, entrances. So now you have the option of doing dungeon entrance. Like, are we shuffling the dungeons? Are we shuffling the bosses? And are we shuffling the major areas? We are not going to do anything like grotto shuffle or door shuffle. I'm not doing that again. Never spend the Greg. I will never spend the Greg, I promise. Actually, I'm not going to promise that because I'm going to forget. But we're going to try, okay? Are we shuffling the rando? Are we shuffling the, what am I trying to say here, people? I know what I'm trying to say. Ape, you're hilarious. I know, right? Are we shuffling the dungeons? Are we shuffling the bosses? And are we shuffling the full regions? I'm leaving it all up to you. I'm a little scared, but I'm leaving it all up to you. Yes to all. Yes, all. Full sanity. Alright. I knew it was coming. Alright, so Dungeon Shuffle is on. Dungeon Shuffle is on there. Shuffle Pirates Fortress. Shuffle Spider Houses. You said full sanity, so hello Jay Buttcrumbs. I don't think I actually even said hello to you. Hello Jay Buttcrumbs, how you doing? How's it going? We are shuffling all of the potential dungeons. We have the full region shuffle on. We are shuffling the regional shortcuts. We are not shuffling market. I'm not doing that. We are shuffling the spawn, so both child and adult will spawn in different locations. We're shuffling the War Masters. And we're shuffling... Are we shuffling songs? We're not doing one-way shuffling, no. Are we shuffling warp songs and soaring spots? I'll leave that one up to you. Let me know. I feel like they're good hints to have. Do I have anything in Plando? No, I don't. Excellent. I didn't think so. See, there's the proof. The baby seed last time was not Plando. It was just baby seed. Are we shuffling warp songs and soaring spots? There's the question. That is our last thing that we will look at. I'm good. How are you and the people in the house? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I picked up my wedding dress today, so I'm doing very good. Oh, we're about to be doing excellent with this rando, I think. I think we're in for a rough but good time here. Alright, are we shuffling songs? That's the question here. I like the song locations. So Bolero, instead of taking us to the Fire Temple, it might take us to the, it might take us to Southern Swamp. And the Song of Soaring, it might take us to the, if we Song of Soaring to Akana Canyon, it might take us to Kakiri Forest. It's up to you guys. Yes. Is that yes to shuffle? Is that yes to shuffle? I need an answer here, people. Yes, shuffle. Alright, we are shuffling that. Full game. In that case, we are not going to randomize our statues. Alright, yeah, that shuffles. Where's the owl statue shuffle? Aha, owl statue shuffle. There we go. We are not shuffling our searches, otherwise that's going to be a bit weird. Alrighty, I think we are ready to go. Let's generate this seed, people. I think we have got a good seed on our hands. Let's get this going. While we are getting this going, because it's been a while, let's go back to our rando. This is the previous seed that we just beat. Go us. Look at it. We're being so productive. We beat 2 seeds in one day. Well, actually, we've only beaten the 1. But we're doing 2 seeds one day, right? See? We're doing so well. Alright. Just creating the new, we're just creating the new trackers. And let's get a gamba started. Let's get a gamba started because we haven't actually had one at all today and we've been streaming for an hour. So let's get that going. Let's get our new gamba set up. And okay, that seed's still building. It's taking a while to build. I'm a little worried. Alright. And second tracker. Alrighty. Load, save tracker, create new tracker. Ocarina of Time, create. Save it over the original. Alrighty, Vegemite. Excellent. We have our 2 trackers ready to go. I'm just going to pop them down here. You guys can't even hear the game audio. I'm just dancing around to nothing. You can't even hear the game audio. That should be better now for you now. Next time you can't hear the game audio or anything like that, let me know. Let me know. Alright. Our seed is still building, so while we're waiting for that seed to build, we're going to go on a quick 5-minute break, just so I can refresh my tea, and just while we wait for the seed to build, don't go anywhere. Feel free to grab yourself a drink, grab a snack, grab a blanket, grab an aircon, grab a candle, light it, and then just sit there and... Or light a candle and reenact the Papa Can You Hear Me scene from Yentl. Great film. But don't forget to join us back in 5 minutes as we continue with our new seed. I'm very excited about this. Let's go. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Bye! I'm not eating cheese. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, what in the nightmare fuel is going on here? Welcome back, everyone. I'm just eating cheese. Don't mind me. We're going to have the camera back on in a second. But we have our new seed ready to go. Let's load her up. Alrighty. I'm done eating my cheese now. We're good. We're fine. We're grand. Let's go. New seed time. Let's call that Gamber at the same time. Alrighty. Heads or tails, please. Alrighty. There was only one side to this, and it's a very lucky thing that I called it correctly, because it's tails. Congratulations to J Buckcrumbs for winning back the points that you put back in. We'll get another Gamber started soon, but for now, I need a... Ooh, green. Festive. We need a file name. We need a file name, people. Let's go. Oh, Santa. Santa. All right, we're having Santa's adventure, are we? Alrighty. For any kids in the chat, don't worry. I'm not taking over Santa's role. We're just borrowing the name for a little bit. Alrighty. Shall we get into it? Let's go. Hello, Muffy. Where are we starting? Well, what? 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 Okay. Literally right off the bat, we're starting as a child. That's cool. In London Ranch. Okay. Let's get straight into it, I guess. We have our 1 rupee. We have 3 rupees now. We have Prelude. And we have, what was the other one? Bomb Chews. We have 5 Bomb Chews. And Prelude. And Song of Time for some reason. We didn't request to start with Song of Time. Maybe we start with it because it's ageless? I don't know. Okay. Let's go in. I think he charges 10 rupees for us to be able to play the game, doesn't he? Yeah, we don't have enough rupees, but there's a few pots up here that we can check. So let's do that. Alright. Hello, Muffy Moomies. So there's a few pots, and we already have... Nice. Okay, I was gonna say, are you kidding me? We are also starting our new trap tracker. Because I forgot to change the fact that there are traps in this. Greg and the other one I have no... Oh, there's our other Greg. Excellent. Alrighty, Vegemites. We are going to get started with a new Gamber in just a moment as well. We're going to figure out what you think we are going to find first and foremost. Oh, nice. Alright. Let's go over here first. So we can go into the back room, and then we can also see what the pots are from this angle, if there's any pots of value up here that we need to check. There's a heart piece down there. And then non-valuable pots. Alright, cool. We'll go collect that heart piece in a second, but we'll just quickly go do the, puzzle down here to try and get the heart piece checked. I think that's a good idea. Alright. Is Cal Rando on? I didn't think it was on. Nope, not by the looks of it. Excellent. Alright. So how are we all feeling? How are we all doing? We're feeling good? We're feeling grand? Oh. Down. Turn. Grab. There we go. So while we're going through here, a lot of and I actually have the banner across the top of my screen at the moment. For anyone who is in Australia, even people overseas, you may know about Australia's new laws surrounding social media for minors. I'm not... Okay, it's a fish. We have to get it. It's a fish. Come on. We have to get it. Oh! The fish was a lie! The fish was a lie! No! Alright, there we go. We've gotten exactly 2 things so far, and they've both been traps. Excellent. So yes, we now have a social media ban in place for under 16s in Australia. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to make comment on what I think about the ban. Both because I feel like there's been so many opinions that mine doesn't really matter. I'm not under 16. I have no children or dependents who are under 16. It makes basically no impact to me. Unless there are any people watching who are under 16. I don't know. And even so, they can still watch without logging in. But it is a very interesting thing that we are now the first country in the world to have our accounts, to have our social media locked out for under 16s. There we go. It is a very, very new thing, and I have a feeling it's going to have a lot of interesting talking points in the future, and a lot of teething issues. But I'm very interested to see where we'll go next. But yeah, I know someone did DM me earlier asking if I was going to talk about it. This is me talking about it. I'm not going to make comment on what I personally think about it because it's not my place, basically. But yeah, it's definitely a thing, and it's in effect now. So if you are under 16 and you have an account and you're watching this, don't dob yourself in. Just saying. I think it's stupid. It's forcing kids into unregulated and unsupervised apps. That's definitely a point of it, yeah. Absolutely. I can see that. I was going to say, I was looking in the news, and they were talking about all these social media apps that are unblocked. And some of them I know. Some of them I feel like if you're going to be banning social media, those particular items should be on the list. Discord. Excellent. There's our third trap. Is that an actual fish? Yay! We have our first actual thing, and it's a fish. So yeah, some of them, but for the most part, the list of social media apps that they were talking about, I have no idea what any of them are. Lemon Mate and stuff like that. I have no idea. I'm like, am I old now? Is this the thing? Am I old? Am I not hip and cool? Am I not for the kids? That sounds really wrong. Am I not like one of the kids? Is this my life now? Hello, that bastard! Oh, welcome in. How you going? What's this? That Chateau Romani's a trap by the looks of it, but I don't want to collect it just in case. I think it is a trap, but we're not going to collect it just in case. Also, what was that I just collected? Nehru's Love. Okay, we can mark that off. Excellent. I've got kids and I love the idea, but the execution isn't right yet. But by the time it matters to my kids, it'll be fine-tuned. That's fair. That's very fair. I feel like a lot of people have... it's a very diverse thing, and a lot of people have very different opinions based on lived experience and based on the needs of their families and the people around them, and that's very valid. And before you ask, yes, it is uncomfortable sitting so comfortably on this fence. It's going, chilling. How's the streams and the games? Good! We were playing our Animal Crossing Town, Muffin Town before, and now we are starting our Ocarina of Time combined, Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask combined randomizer. And yes, that is a mouthful to say. So it's going very well. Alright, we are gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of Majora's Mask for a while, and we're gonna go back to Clocktown. We're gonna go back to Hyrule, is what I'm trying to say. Primarily because we don't have an Ocarina for Song of Time yet, so we want to spend as little time in Majora's Mask as possible. The only thing I'm going to do is get the song check here. So, oh, that's such a good one to get. Oh, we're cooking, chat, cooking. And we also started with Prelude as well. There we go. I don't know why YouTube was banned when it's already blocked until senior year of high school. I actually legitimately forgot that it's blocked on school computers and on school networks. I never had that issue. There were ways around it I don't know if they still exist. I don't know if like the ways around it that I had still exist. Because to put it finely, I was in high school a while ago. To put it mildly. But there are definitely ways around it. Let me just say that. I watched all of the Harry Potter musicals. I watched every single Star Kid musical in my history class. I wonder why I didn't do so well in school. I'm kidding. Sally, did you spend the Holy Greg while I was gone? No, we haven't spent any Greg. We haven't spent any Greg, I promise you. We haven't spent any money. Oh wait, now I remember the senior students were giving their accounts for the to the juniors for YouTube. Yeah, we had TAFE accounts. So any person with a TAFE account was giving them to the high school students. I didn't even know the person whose TAFE account I was using. I just got given a random name and password. Was that safe? Probably not, but it definitely happened. Also, bear with me for like 2 seconds. I'm still here. I'm just gonna grab a pen because we need to start writing things down again. Alright, this should work. This is not a red pen. I thought this was a red pen. Alright, there we go. We're back. Welcome back. Yeah, there were definitely ways around it. But kids can still, like, the under 16s can still watch YouTube. They just can't log in and comment, from my understanding. Way of Hero. So, Great Bay Coast is on the path of courage. Excellent. There we go. That wrong controller. Alright. Milk Road is foolish, that's good to know. Defeating Gomez gives a green rupee, that's fine. And Angel Cafe give a green rupee. Excellent. Alright, let's see what the song is that we get for reuniting all of the spiritual stones, because that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. So for reuniting the spiritual stones, we get an item and a song. On the Path to Snowhead, Pirate's Fortress Interior, ew. Sacred Meadow, Epona's Song. That would have been nice, but it's not required. We don't have cow grotto, we don't have cow treks, so that's not so bad. That's actually not too bad at all. And what do we get up here? Green rupee! I'm loving the emotes in chat, thank you. The emoji spam in chat, I find it fun, I like it, thank you. Alrighty, I think it's about time we hit up Pot Room, and we are going to start our gamba, because I did mention that a few minutes ago and I forgot to do that. Alrighty. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys. Alright, I've given you 7 options. What are we going to find first today? We're going to have 5 minutes. On this one, it's going to be what we find first after the 5 minutes end. So your options are bow / elemental arrows, hook shot, transformation mask, non-transformation mask, boomerang hammer, wallet, or other. I have not included songs on this, only because we know that songs are at some locations. So they're not randomized fully. Alright, so don't forget to get in your channel points for this gamba. Alright, sorry, I'm just going to refresh the stream on my phone, make sure everything's working correctly. Excellent. Alrighty, let's check out the shops while we're here. Oh, I forgot crate randos on. Excellent. Is that actually fire arrows? Because that's actually really funny. Bottle of gold dust fire arrow. Is that legit? No, of course it's not. We're not going to spend anything else. Grand, thank you, game. Alright. Oh, we've got 2 crates here. Very nice. Hey, Goron bracelet. So we've got a strength upgrade. That's actually really grand for us. A strength upgrade is going to allow us to pick up grass in Ocarina of Time. So, and a trap. Excellent. So in Majora's Mask, you can roll into grass or pick up grass without the use of any strength upgrades. However, in Ocarina of Time, you require a strength upgrade. It is a bit annoying how different it is, but I understand why. Canonically, Link in Ocarina of Time is... Okay, yeah, that one checks out. I was going to say, that's not an actual hook shot. Come off it. And we know that's a trap. Excellent. So yeah, what was I saying? Canonically, Link is 7 in the events of Ocarina of Time as a child. In Majora's Mask, he's about 12 to 13. So it makes sense that he's stronger and that he has more abilities and more skills. And the ability to use more adult items. He's smack bang in between the age of child Ocarina of Time Link and adult Ocarina of Time Link. Alrighty, let's go to Pot Room. I think Pot Room's a great place to go right now. How is the gamble looking? It's not working on my phone. That's awkward. Alright, with 57% of the votes, Bow and Elemental Arrows is in the lead, and then Other has 29% of the votes. Non-Transformation Mask has 14. If you want to have your piece of the pie, don't forget to get in your channel points for that. You have 2 minutes. And keep in mind, it is when the Gamba closes, not any items that we collect during the Gamba itself. Because otherwise I collect something and everyone dumps their points in. Alright. That looks like a trap. And we know that's a trap, so let's get a heart first. A heart first, please. A heart. Anytime now. Oh, I want the Deku Stick though. The Deku Stick's good. Alright, there's a heart. Perfect. So you might be wondering why I collect the items even though I know they're traps. It's purely so I know I've cleared out the area. If I come back to an area later on and there's a excellent, and there's a check that looks like I haven't collected it or even looked at it yet, it's a concern that I haven't done that for an entire area. So this is just to ensure that I know I've cleaned out the entire area. I feel like that makes somewhat sense. Alright, that was a really boring pot room. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really disappointing pot room. Alright, let's go back and check out the bottle of gold dust, because we can sell that and then have an empty bottle. That'd be nice. That was over here, wasn't it? Alright. Alright, that's a trap. Excellent. Yeah, that checks out. We didn't have that many we had medium amount of traps put in, not high. I don't know why we're just getting only traps. That's really funny. Alright, let's talk to Malin and see what she gives us today. If you give me a trap and kill me, I'm gonna be a little bit mad. Greg. I will take a Greg. Alrighty. There is a lot of there's a lot of emotes happening in the chat. Maybe we slow that down a little bit. GTG Watering gives a red rupee. That's fine. That's basically nothing. Perfect. Why emote spam? If you get them all now, you won't have them at the end of the run. That's true. That's true. That's really true. That's true. I do like the idea of getting, of course. I do like the idea of getting all the, all of the traps now so we don't have to do it later. Hello, Dougie. Welcome back from your lurk. Alright. Let's continue on. We're gonna check out the gossip stone up the top here, and there's 2 pieces of grass. We're not gonna bother with the grotto because it is the Summer Storms grotto. We don't have Summer Storms, and we're also not gonna bother with the fairy fountain for now. We will come back to the fairy fountain. Are you kidding me? You should have been able to see me from there. Alrighty, one more time. Can I just pay you 10 rupees? Oh no, if I pay him 10 rupees, we don't have enough for the... I guess we don't have enough for the night markets. I guess. Alright. All of this is so we can just go to the bloody night markets. Alrighty, so that Gamba is now closed, which means the next item, the next major item that we get dictates the Gamba. There we go. I'm not sure, I'll chill. Yeah, there, alright. I was gonna say some emotes are fine. We love to chill as well. I think it's a great mix there. Alright. We're also gonna chill on this low health beeping. I'm either gonna collect some hearts or die trying. In a very literal way. Termina Field is on the path of wisdom. I would be surprised. The day that we get a Termina Field is foolish notification is the day that I hang up my controller. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't say that. Because one day we are gonna get it and, you know, it's gonna be rubbed in my face. Alright. Heart? No. This is either gonna be an item or a trap. It's a trap. That would have been such a good one to get, though. Alright, yep, catch me, throw me out. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, let's go check out Richard the dog and the night markets. I think that's a grand idea. Let's go. Alright, how's everyone feeling? We feeling good? We feeling grand? We feeling ready to party? And by party, I mean die a lot. Alright, come on, Richard. Come on, Richard. Again, I've said it every time. Who names a dog Richard? I want to, legitimately, if you've ever heard of a dog called Richard, I want to know about it. Tell me. Because I genuinely believe no one's ever called a dog Richard before. Thank you for electrocuting me as a reward for your dog. Oh, thank God. That's so much better. Alright. Let's check out the night markets here. Alright, we'll take the heart piece for the heart refill. There we go. Alright. Now, we don't necessarily... We have to now wait back for day as well. Yeah, I know, right? Electrocuting us. How rude. I agree. We're not going to bother doing the treasure chest game at the moment either. Purely just with the amount of rupees we have. Well, number one, we can't do it. But number two, with the amount of rupees we have, it's not feasible. We should either come back when we have Lens of Truth and Magic or more rupees. So the treasure chest game is the one where you get a 50-50 shot of getting the correct chest at any given time. One will have a key and one will have nothing in it. Alright, we're just going to sit here for daytime. We're not actually going to do anything with the sculpture because I don't want to waste my precious 5 bomb shoes. We're not wasting the 5 bomb shoes that we have for this. There we go. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's exit out of here and start looking at where things are. So this market is not randomized. It's probably the only thing that isn't randomized in terms of location. So everything else, including the major regions, okay, entrances aren't randomized, but major locations are, and the songs and all of that are. So let's go through and explore a little bit of Hyrule Field. Again, we're not going to get to the whole thing, not with so many little items. It's going to be much easier once we have a sword or more bombs or bomb shoes or something like that. Alright, there we go. Piece of art. Let's go see where Cack leads to. Let's see what Cack, Zora's River, Lon Lon, and all the entrances lead to. I think that's a great idea, and this time, Ducky, I will write them down. I know Ducky in particular was internally cursing me for not writing them down last time. So I will write these things down. One day, I'm going to hire an assistant. This is going to be a thing where I can hire an assistant who writes all my notes for me so I don't have to. Alright. Oh, Majora's Mask. Oh, okay. That's a thing, I guess. So... Hyrule to Cack equals Akana Canyon. Perfect. Alright. Let's check Zora's River. I feel like the first half of it, like the first like half an hour of any rando can be a little bit boring because you're essentially just going and checking like locations. But it's gonna pick up very soon. Alright. Zora's River. Oh, hello! Hyrule to Zora River equals fortress. While we're here, we might as well go check the crates. So, Gerudo Fortress, as I've mentioned previously, for anyone new here who's watching, Gerudo Fortress as a kid, the guards do not appear outside as a child because you're not supposed to ever reach this area as a child. So the guards do not load in, however the crates do, and the crates are all randomized. Zora Tunic, that counts as an item, which means everyone who's selected other are the winners of the Gamba. Congratulations to Ducky and Buttcrumbs and Jay Buttcrumbs. Well done. Congratulations. What did everyone else vote for? I want to know. But yes, thank you, everyone. There we go. All right. Well done, Ducky and Buttcrumbs. Jay Buttcrumbs. All right. A Goron Tunic is nice. It does mean that when we get up to the warmer climates, we can explore more of the area with less hearts, which is very nice. Damn hope for an inconsequential mask. Honestly, I personally thought we were going to get a mask first. There's 24 of them. I genuinely thought we were going to get one first, because it's a good odd. Nothing. Wow, this is a big old nothing burger. Wow, really? Okay. We're just going to check the ones down the other side, and then we're going to continue on searching through Hyrule Field. Alright. Nothing! Wow, alright. There was... Gerudo Fortress really said, let me only have one item. That's fine. We can deal with that. There are plenty of other things that we need to do in Gerudo Fortress Thieves Hideout area. We are going to come back for most of it though. The guards do still appear in Thieves Hideout on the inside. In fact, I can show you if you'd like. That might screw us up a little bit. The box is same from kid to adult. In this area, yes. As far as I'm aware, yes. Especially on the inside. Hello, Snecky! Welcome in! You are redeeming fish. Oh, okay, hang on, let me... Really? Really? Thank God, okay. Let's get that fish started. 5-minute timer, please. Let's fish and go, fish. So for anyone who is new to this chat, fish. Fish means that I now have to say the word fish at the end of every sentence, fish. For the next 5 minutes, fish. I love it. It's so much fun, fish. Okay, here's the guards I was talking about, fish. So, we will still get caught by the guards and they will still turf us out, fish. In fact, we just got caught twice. And we just get sent back to the beginning of the area, fish. Because we don't have a hook shop, they won't throw us in jail. So you can get to the fish. You can get to this area without ever obtaining the hook shop, fish. You can essentially go from adult straight to Gerudo Valley without doing anything else, without going to CAC, without going to Forest Temple, without any of that, fish. In fact, my sister prefers to do it that way because she loves the Thieves' Hideout so much, fish. So it is definitely possible to do that, fish. And they accounted for that, where they will not, they will not turf you into the jail if you do not have a hook shop, because you need the hook shop to escape the jail, fish. You didn't know that? There you go, fish. In fact, here's a bonus thing for you. A bonus Zelda fact, if you will. Is this vanilla, fish? No cap, is this vanilla? Fish? Hey! Alright, Kikiri Forest, let's go. Vanilla Kikiri. That's interesting, fish. Yeah, bonus fun fact for you there, fish. I love Gerudo too, fish. Oh, yeah, it was an area I used to hate, fish, but now it's grown on me. Also, I need to have like 4 traps. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, fish. It's an area that's grown on me as an adult, fish. Yeah. Write it down anyway. Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you, fish. Thank you. Hyrule to Kokiri equals Kokiri, fish. There we go. Excellent, fish. I have written it down now, fish. Yeah, so as a little bonus fact for you there, Ducky, if you didn't know that, I'm sure you won't know this next one. Little bonus fact for you there, fish. It is possible to beat, to go and defeat Jabu Jabu's belly before beating Dodongo's cavern, fish. So, essentially, if you leave Dodongo's cavern after getting the bombs, and then go straight to Zora's River, use the bombs to open up Zora's River, you require nothing else to go to all of Jabu Jabu's belly, fish. So you can defeat Jabu Jabu's belly before ever finishing Dodongo's cavern, and the game has a unique flavor text for if you decide to do that, fish. The developers of the game thought about that and decided and actually made unique text for that exact thing, fish. Way to get called out, I kid. Oh dear. There we go, fish. Let's check out Link's house. Do we have an item of value in Link's house? So yeah, you have unique text for that, as well as that. The game intended for you to. The game intended for you to. Originally, sorry, fish. My brain's not working. Originally, the game intended for you to be able to defeat the Spirit and Shadow in whichever order you wanted, fish. In fact, there's a lot to suggest that the Spirit Temple was supposed to be before the first Shadow Temple. And then the order just naturally got changed. Like, the order got changed in the sense that the game encourages you to do Shadow first, but you don't actually have to do Shadow first. There is nothing in the Shadow Temple that you necessarily require for Spirit, fish. The hover boots definitely help, don't get me wrong, but it's not outright required, fish. And that is why you require the Shadow and Spirit medallions in order to beat the game, fish. You only need those medallions. You can skip the rest of the medallions. You only need those 2, fish. Also, this has been a big old nothing burger. Like, this entire Kikiri Forest has had nothing so far, fish. Even the shop had nothing. Even the chests have nothing, fish. Literally big old nothing burger, fish. We're gonna get a gossip stone that's gonna say this is foolish soon, and I'm gonna be so annoyed, Fish. And there's our timer on Fish. Thank you so much for that, Snecky. Also, how are you, Snecky? How you doing? How's it going? You doing good? Alright, let's go, Fish. Let's go see what, Deku Tree is. What boss is Deku Tree? Normally it is Goma. However, we do have full dungeon and boss rando on. So normally it is Queen Goma, the big arachnid thing, who is a reoccurring enemy in the Zelda universe. But yes, we have full rando on, so we're gonna see what Deku Tree is. Fish. If this says Kakiri Forest is foolish, I'm gonna be mad. Goron Village is foolish. Okay. Foolish. Milk Road. And Goron Village. I will be lurking for a bit, BRB. No, all good. Enjoy your lurk. Have fun. Let's go see what this dungeon is. This is what a lot of the beginning game is. It's just seeing where things are and what things are. DC. Dodongo's Cavern. I'm betting Dodongo's Cav. Oh, great. Oh, crap. Right. Well, that low-key sucks. Which Goron Village? So Goron Village is Majora's Mask. Goron City is Ocarina of Time. I know, it gets really confusing. It gets really annoying. Alright, we now have to return to spawn. There we go. Because we require the hookshot to leave that dungeon, there was no two ways around that. We also have no way of plundering Tingle at the moment, so Tingle will remain thoroughly unplundered. Yeah, it does get confusing as to which one's which. Goron City is Ocarina, Goron Village is Majora's. Despite the fact that Goron Village is larger than Goron City. I know, right? Write that down. Yes, okay. Deku equals Great Bay. Alright, there we go. Let's not explore Termina Field quite just yet. Termina Field I think we'll come back to, only because it's just going to be easier down the road. Especially if once we have a way of... Excellent. Once we have a way of actually dealing damage to the chews, we're gonna come back here. And once again, we want to spend as little time in Majora's Mask as possible until we get a Ocarina. And Ocarina. Alright. Don't worry, Ducky, I'm writing things down this time. For now. Who knows how long that's gonna last. Oh yeah. The one thing I will just quickly check. Let's just quickly check the crate in the grass here. Might as well while we're here, right? So forest is, so Snowhead is forest. Snowhead equals forest. See, I'm writing it down. Wait, I blinked. How did you get to Majora's Mask? I saw Lon Lon. Yes, so we spawned in, so our spawn-in location is Lon Lon Ranch. However, once we exit Lon Lon Ranch, it takes us to Road to Swamp in Majora's Mask. So if we go up the Road to Swamp, it's going to take us to Lon Lon Ranch. All of the major areas in this game are shuffled. There we go. I also saw a brief flash of Lon Lon Ranch there as we exited. That was also a little bit weird. There we go. So it's all the random entrances. We have so many random entrances, which is why when we walked into CAC, we got Akana Canyon. See, I wrote it down. If you're wondering, yes, I did completely forget what CAC was. So good thing I wrote it down, eh? Oh, actually, now that we have more bomb chews, let's go deal with this little bad boy here. We can start looking at grottos now that we have more bomb chews. While we only had 5, I wanted to be really cautious with them. Now that we have a bit more We can go a bit more wild. Cafe leads to a green rupee, blue rupee, and green rupee. Very worthwhile. Oh, that tea is so nice. It's a little weaker than I like my normal tea, because I made it in such a rush. But I've been fighting off a mild cold that keeps trying to jump in. You know that feeling when you know you're on the cusp of getting sick, like your throat just feels a little bit scratchy, and your head just hurts just a tiny bit, and you're like, oh, I'm getting sick. Okay. I'm like, okay, we'll just see how it goes. It probably isn't going to be that bad, and then I deal with it. But we are like 2 weeks out from Christmas. I am not allowing myself to do that. So the moment I felt it start coming on, I'm like, all right, cold and flu tablets, vitamin C. Let's go. Let's nail this thing down. Hyrule to Lon Lon equals Zora River. There we go. We can actually explore a bit of Zora's River now. We have some grass patches. We have some... Are those actual... No, of course they're not legit. That's legit, though. Alright, we have some projectiles now. Those iron boots would have been nice to have, though. Just saying. Oh, we can also mark off the fact that we have bomb shoes in both games now. Alright. Let's see what the bro is selling us over here. The bean bro. The bean bro? What am I saying? Bomb shoes, 60 rupees. Don't buy. We don't even have 60 rupees. Sorry, bean bro. Also, I gave myself the ick saying bean bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. Alright, let's explore a little bit of Zora's River. So we've got quite a few random... Ooh. We're on a quarter of a heart. There's going to be a randomly spawned item up here and another grass patch, so we're just going to quickly check out. And then we've also got the grotto and the fairy fountain up here that we're going to check out as well. Hello, muffins. Okay, so literally nothing. Fantastic. So I have a feeling my poor cat is a little bit mad at me. I have a feeling Muffins is a little bit mad at me. Normally my work day, I leave the house at 6:45 in the morning, so 6:45 in the morning, and I'm home around 5:30ish. About 5 to 5:30ish, depending on traffic. Traffic's the big if factor there. So she gets a little bit of outdoor time. She's allowed in my backyard under supervision. She gets a little bit of outdoor time. She gets to relax a little bit outside and get some air and all of that. And then I start my stream. However, today I took that half day at work, which was excellent. Don't get me wrong. And then I ended up doing a whole bunch of Floor Master gives Deku Shield. Okay, that's not the only Deku Shield, so we're fine. There we go. So yeah, I ended up doing a whole bunch of running around. I had my dress appointment. I had a doctor's appointment. I had to do some running around for work as well, despite the fact that I took a half day. Work never stops, and I think a lot of people can agree with that. So by the time I got home, I literally walked through the door and hit start stream. Is that an actual sword? Please tell me that's an actual sword. That's Big Goron's sword! That's not even diet sword, that's actual sword. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We have Big Goron's sword. And the best part is we have ageless swords on, which means that we can actually use that straight away. Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry, chicken. Let's check what this says first. Megaton hammer can be found around Great Bay Coast. Okay. That's fine. We're gonna find that pretty much immediately anyway. Megaton hammer is required, which indicates to me that one of the Triforce pieces is going to either be in a grotto or in Fire Temple. Or Ganon's Castle. Or Spirit Temple, now that I think about it. God, I hope it's grotto. Hi, Happy Pebbles! Hello! How you doing? It's been a while. How you going? Nothing. How's it going? I saw you were online streaming the other day, and I wanted to watch, but I was literally walking into a work meeting. Rough timing. I'm going good. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. This does lead to Zora's. Yeah, okay. This does lead to Zora's domain. I didn't think this was randomized, so that's good to know. While we're here, we might as well check out a few things. All right. Is that? No, of course it's not legit. Why would it ever be legit? Let's be real. We need to add like another 3 traps. That blast mask. Please let the blast mask be real. Okay, fish. That's an actual legit fish. Go us. Of course the fish isn't real. And the blast mask isn't real. Honestly, I just wanted to void out. I thought it would be funny. We're about to die, though. Just saying. We are gonna die. And we're dead. I would wager it's not very common to see the game over screen in a store. Probably not outside of randomizers. Alright, there we go. We actually don't need the broken Goron sword. I just wanted to watch us void out because it'd be funny. Alright. Now, because we have ageless swords on, we can equip the Goron sword. It is giant. It is literally twice our length. But it is functional, technically. So we are certainly going to use that to our advantage. Alright. Let's check this. Goron Race gives 10 bombs. That's perfect. I hate Goron Race. Alright, let's do our dive game. What are they throwing today? Gregs! We're throwing Gregs. I love a good Greg. Alright. Greg is awesome. Yeah, I agree. I love good Greg. I love a Greg. Better a Greg than a trap, in all honesty. All hail Greg. Alright. Let's go up, claim our prize, and then that's about all we'll do here for now. I'm not going to waste my only deku stick on the torch lighting, just in case it gets screwed up for whatever reason. I don't want to risk my only deku stick, because that's a very valuable thing to have. Now that we have a sword, we will have a better ability to grab more sticks, but, you know. You know what? I'm not even going to be mad at the heart there. That's actually helpful for us. I can't actually be mad at that. Alright, let's head out and continue through our exploration. We've still got quite a bit of Hyrule Field to go. So this was Longmorn, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Alright, and we're going to start a new Gamba soon. Actually, we're going to start a new Gamba now. There we go. It's basic stock standard. Heads or tails, people. I know a lot of people went around for the first heads or tails, so I figured let's start a new one, shall we? There we go. Is that sword Biggoron's or Giants? It's Biggoron's sword. We ended up with we won the lottery here. It's Biggoron's, not Giants. If it was Giants, I wouldn't be equipping it. Goron Race gives 10 bombs. Thanks, game. Alright. Yeah, I think last seed that we did, we never found Biggoron's sword. So we only had Giant's knife. And we managed to get every hit on Ganon without, like, every hit on the first phase of the Ganon fight, using the Giant's knife and 2 deku sticks. I think we were really lucky with that. We used our last deku stick doing the final hit on that. It was really good. Oh, like the final hit before you get the Master Sword back, I should say. Good girl, Muffins. Yeah, I saved Giant's knife for that exact purpose. Alright. let's continue on. We've got a few grottos up here that we're going to check. I'm not going to bother with the hearts at the moment. Muffins! Yes, you saw Muffins in the background. She loves tearing up my old chair. For those of you who aren't aware, I actually can't use my chair anymore. It is now broken. I am sitting on a kitchen chair. It is not very comfortable. The kitchen chairs are comfortable enough to sit and eat dinner on, but to, you know, have a three-hour stream, no thank you. I will be replacing this chair as soon as I can. Boxing XLs, for sure. For sure. Alright. I love the ducky emotes, thank you, yes. I love the fact that everyone can see Ducky, it's awesome. Can see Ducky. Can see... We got nothing! Can see Muffins. There we go, I'm confusing you and my cat. Sorry. I'm sure, like, you have children. I'm sure you have that thing. My mum certainly did. Where you're like, which one are you again? Sally. No, Muffins. No. Which one? Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time in my family. And I'm sure that it's, like, a common thing with mums. Ducky a cat? Gasp. I know, right? That's the plot twist of the century. Literally. Like, mad plot twist right there. Alright. What's this? Greg. Excellent. Let's go. I get confused between my daughter and my sister. Also, meow. Meow. What? I keep referencing RuPaul's Drag Race. Alright. We've got 2 more entrances to check. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure you'd get confused with children and stuff like that. So, getting confused between your daughter and your sister. Is your sister flattered? I don't know how old your sister is, but... I thought Ducky's Tiny was a cat. Didn't realize it was an actual human. Yeah, no, that one took me a little bit to figure out as well. Because I often call my cat, like, you know, my little baby. She's my little child. But yeah, no, I forget that people have human children as well. There we go. To be fair, I have a lot of nieces, so I already knew this fact. Lake Hylia. So, Hyrule to Gerudo Valley to Valley equals lake. There we go. Yeah, I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I know that people have human children. It's just I forget that people need to have children. I'm not making this any better. I'm arguably making this worse. So Jabu Jabu equals well. I'm gonna say that's bottom of the well. Jabu equals well. I'm gonna leave that blank for now. Hey, Forest Medallion and All Night Mask. Wow, alright. Cooking. Excellent. Previously, my sister was the youngest in the family, in my eyes, I guess. Well, that was a trap, yep. Previously, my sister was the youngest in the family, in my eyes. Or it's because their mannerisms are the same. Or maybe because I play with my daughter like I used to play with my sister. I'm not sure. Oh, that's cute. You used to play with your sister. That's so cute. I love that. There we go. And, of course... Alright, another fish. Let's go. I love that. That's actually really sweet. Foo! Oh my god, yes. There's like a lot of Ocarina of Time seeds where you can have the "You are a fool" text. I love it. It's so good. Alright. Let's check fishing quickly to see if there's anything there of value. I think that'd be good. So fishing rando is on, which means that we do have the potential to have something funny or interesting or really helpful in fishing. So let's check that out. I don't really want to click on that. I learned a new trick. Oh, what did you learn? I want to know. What did you learn? What did you learn? That looks like an actual fish. Heart container, that might be nice, but not strictly necessary, especially for its place in there. That looks like literally nothing. Greg, magic. This is looking like a steaming hot pile of nothing. And magic beans. None of this is remotely interesting to me. Okay, cool. I learned a new trick, water hop. Water hop? Water hop? I'm blanking on what that is. Hang on. Ocarina of Time, right? The trick where you skip long shot to get into boss room in sport is... Oh, right! Yes, I've always just called it long shot skip. I forgot that it actually goes by a different name. Yes, of course. Wait, because I know there's a few methods of it. Which one did you do? Because I know you can do it with hammer and hover boots, but it's rare in a rando that you have both hover boots and hammer. Oh, redeem spoiler for your check of your choice, Kazzy. Thank you. I'm not going to pick anything that's going to be like game-alteringly useful. So let's pick something fun. Let's pick something fun that's not game-altering useful. Let's go. I'm feeling bunnyhood. Let's go for bunnyhood. Bunnyhood. Oh, wait, is that right? Yes, Great Bay. Okay. Nice. Great Bay. The Great Bay Coast pot in like the grotto. Wait, no. Great Bay Coast pot. So the one behind the lab has the bunny hood. So once we find Great Bay, we can get the bunny hood. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that, Kazzy. I appreciate it. Diving for 3 frames, wearing iron for a frame, and then you climb up. Oh, right. Yeah. You are very good to learn that, because I have not bothered. Yeah, that's wonderful. Hell yeah, go off. Good quality of life choice. Absolutely. I love the bunny hood. I know a lot of people... Okay, it is more powered up in the combined rando, because Ocarina of Time Link can use it as well. But a lot of people slam on the bunny hood a little bit, and I feel like it's underrated. But yeah, no, that's awesome, Pembles. That's a good trick to learn as well. It's really easy. Oh, that's so good. That's good to know that it's easy. I have not bothered trying. Sal, have you spent the Holy Greg yet? No, I have not. I can guarantee you I have not. We've always had at least 1 rupee in our inventory. I love the bunny hood, won't lie. Yeah, it's so good. I know a lot of people, like, bunny hood used to be really popular, and then a lot of people went, oh, but you get the Goron mask anyway, so that just renders the bunny hood useless. No, I still love it. Bug, no. It's necessary in S9. Yeah, valid. Fair. Absolutely. Alright. Game. Thank you. Recovery heart. No, I'm good. So that was nothing. What we are going to do is we are going to use the owl statue. The owl statue? No, we're going to use Gabora. He is going to warp us back to the castle. That was actually supposed to be randomized. Okay, sure. Didn't get Greg, Saj. Yeah, I know. Didn't get the Greg, sorry. Sorry, no Gregs today. Spend 10 rupees to get 1 Greg. Honestly, that's not a bad deal. You mean Rauru? Yes, Rauru. I remember a lot of people being like, when I first started like randos and stuff like that, and explaining to people how randos work. I was like, oh, you know, you can use Gabora, you know, Rauru the Sage. And they went, what? what? I was like, the owl is the sage of light, rah. And a lot of people sort of went, what do you mean? Like, when does the game say this? I'm like, very clearly, when you become adult for the first time, it is very clearly stated. And the amount of people who just didn't know, despite that these are people who have played the game. I was going to say, if you haven't played the game or haven't played the game in full, I get it. But these were people who have played the game in full, and fairly recently as well. I was a little bit surprised. Do you watch Versus with Attacking Toucans and Josh Jepson? No, I don't. I have seen quite a bit of Josh Jepson content, but not Versus, no. Is it, it's good, I'm assuming? Well, it would be, it's Josh Jepson, yeah. But still, yeah, that sounds good. Hey, thank you for the 150 bits. That's awesome. I totally mistimed that. Thank you so much for the 150 bits, Eve. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, not necessary, but thank you. Thank you so much. I'll spend it now that you've given me triangles. How about that? I'm kidding. There we go. They got me onto the path of Twitch. It's fun. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Why did you start streaming? I want to hear this. Why did you start streaming? Why did you start streaming? What inspires you to stream? What gets you out of bed in terms of streaming? How did you get your start? I want to know all of this. I love hearing about this stuff. Also, triangles. You better not spend it. I will not. I will keep the Holy Greg safe. How about that? I will keep it safe. So, Hyrule to Lake Hylia is going to be Great Bay. Oh, Southern Swamp. Okay. Hyrule to Lake equals Southern Swamp. Also, my phone keeps sending me notifications being like, I think you'd be interested in this streamer. Why don't you watch them now? And I'm sitting there like, I'm a little busy, Twitch. Sorry. Oh! What? Oh! Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Pop off game. We can't hit the owl statue yet, but that's fine. I want some Deku nuts. Give me some nuts. Nutting! Here we go. I got into Pope Squidward and it got me excited to stream. I started with the Ace Attorney trilogy. Oh. Excellent start there. Yes, I haven't watched a lot of Pope Squidward streams, like a lot of their content, but I do definitely know them. I do know them. That's awesome. That's super sick. I love hearing about these things. Oh crap. She'll be right. I do love hearing about these things. I love hearing how people got into it. Knockback truck for 10 rupees. Sure. That is a fun game. Yeah, it is a fun game. Ace Attorney. I never owned any of the Ace Attorney games, and I haven't played much of it. But I used to watch people play it online, and it looks super fun. Ah, ad jail. Sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting that ads are a thing. I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, crap, I'm worried about doing that. Are you kidding me? So, the one downside of going through all of this as Deku is the fact that, again, we, the moment we touch fire or ice, we void out. However, it is really just, it's nice and easy. It is nice and easy. It's technically faster with the spin attack, and it's just easier to go through grass checks as well. So I do love doing this as Deku. Deku shield, that's excellent. And a bomb bag. Oh my god, okay. Bombs, Deku. Alright. Oh. Okay, hang on. Bear with me for a second, people. How goes the randomizer? Are you winning, son? We are certainly doing something. I'm Newfie. I like that name. I'm Newfie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. How you going? Welcome back, Happy Pemble. Sorry about ad jail. I forgot about that. Okay, let's bosses. New section for bosses. Fire. Adowa. Alright, bloody ads. Yeah, sorry about the ads. I forget that they're a thing. Oh boy. Yeah, welcome in. I'm Miffy. How are you going? Megaton have we found around Great Bay. We knew that. And Ducky has redeemed. Stream for Neanderthals. For anyone who is unaware of what's about to happen, I cannot talk in more than for the next 5 minutes. I will not be able to speak in syllables. Wait. I can only speak using one syllable words for the next 5 minutes. This usually results in me just going for 5 minutes. I was actually doing a randomizer myself, and after my 6,000th fairy, I decided to give it up. Honestly, valid, very valid. We've hit this tracker is outdated. We've hit like something like 22 traps now. All right, we are starting our Neanderthals. Let's go. 5 min time, please. One only. Crap, I already broke it. Damn it. Restart the timer, please. This one's actually a hard challenge for me. All right, there we go. Timer starts now. I got no thing but nuts and that. That sucks. And same. Bro! And it works! Fish! No thing. Soz. No. We leave now. Let's talk to Sis. This is Big Laugh. This is Big Laugh. This is Big Laugh. My brain too small for this. Sorry. Soz. Damn it. I have to restart now. All because of that one sorry. Restarting now. Do you you have no thing. No things. No things. Alright, let's go this way. Yes, I must say soz now. No word but soz. Oh. brain too small. Brain too small for this. Brain too small for this. Alright. We have more holes in ground here and up there. Big brain. Ooh. Big chest. Thanks, game. One more big hole up here. And some grass patch. Yes. No thing. Trap? Alright, let's go on. Brain, brain. How you guys? Is this big laugh? Is this big laugh? There we go. Sniff mask. Alright. Where to go next? I think... Oh! Hey! Yes, yes. I think we go back to MM. That is it on our 5-minute timer. Thank you so much for that, Ducky. I hope my stumbling around was fun for you all. Yes, that willing to teach me to apologize. This is what happens when you apologize in games, people. Alright, I think our best bet is to go and do Termina Field now. I don't think there's too much else we're going to be able to do right here, right now in Hyrule Field or any of the surrounding areas. The only thing we could have technically... actually, no, we should go back to Lost Woods. We should go back to Lost Woods. That's probably the better thing to do right now. Let's quickly go back to Lost Woods, and then let's go to Termina Field and do Termina Field checks. I would much rather save Termina Field until we had a sword or more items, but it is what it is, I guess. That was cool. When did the one-syllable thing start? So Ducky requested that earlier. So it's a ban or create meta action. So as part of the point redeems, you can Heads or tails, we'll get to that. You can redeem points for create or ban in-game action. So that's like, you know, I can only roll for 5 minutes, or I can't use the Deku mask for 5 minutes, or something like that. And then there's create or ban in-game or meta action, which means that I must sit on the exercise ball for 5 minutes, or I must speak in one-syllable words only, sort of thing. It is based on a tabletop game, yes. It's based on a game called Poetry for Neanderthals, where you have to make people guess the sentence that you're trying to, like the phrase or item that you're trying to say only using one-syllable words. It is surprisingly difficult. Deku Shield can be found in Psychic Graveyard. That's a much better place to find Deku Shield if I need it. That's good to know. Alright, this is probably the better place for us to go before we go to Terminafield. Alright. Boom. Alright. What are you? Woodfall is foolish. Okay, that's the entire area, not just the temple. Or the temple might not actually be included. Do you want Nehru's love for 10 rupees? We already have it, buddy. I think you might be a scam artist. Damn, the scammers and the fishers are coming into every single, coming in every single way. Always finding new ways to scam us. Alright. Let's go back this way, and we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go through Lost Woods, and then we're also going to go see what the song is in the Sacred Grove. Sacred Realm, whatever you call it. Also, can we talk about how smooth that aiming was? Please, like, come on, that was good. Alright. Okay, cool. I'll always take more bomb chews. Any time of the week, more bomb chews. Sunlight arrows can be found in Terminafield. That's light arrows. So we're going to get light arrows in Terminafield. That's good to know. I'm not going to bother writing that down purely because we're going to go to Terminafield very soon. This should be randomized. Oh, crap. Okay, we can't get back now. That's a little bit annoying. I should have thought about that in advance, just saying. Okay, no, that's fine. We can just walk back. That's the Longmont Ranch exit, so we're fine. Alrighty, it just means that we are going to spend a few minutes walking back, so if you want to hear some Zelda facts, if you want to hear some roller coaster facts, if you want to play 2 Truths, 1 Lie, if you want to do anything, you let me know. Just redeem some points for that. We are also going to call our Gamba. Heads or tails, please. Alrighty. Congratulations to whoever picked heads. That was Flabby Johns. Well done, Flabby Johns. Oh, you speak like a caveman. We're doing this again, are we? Alright, done deal, done deal. Alright. 5-minute timer, please. That's a go. That is a go. We will go back to Woods to see what green-haired chick song is. Nice! Good win for me. Well done, you. Alright. Let's go up here. And... Words are hard. Words are hard. Alright. Let's go. What you sell? No. What you sell? Ooh. Yes. Hey. Nice. Nice. No. Yes. And then this one. Drop. Yes! That is good. That is very good. No. No. Go home then. Go home then. Just go home. And through here. Boom. Speak of boom. There. Right there. I am No, I can't say that. Words are hard. Let's go. Just run past you. And past you. And jump. And climb. And turn. And climb. And jump. Boom. What we got? Right? And that's our timer up. Oh, I did not screw that up once and I came so close so many times. Good luck, Sal. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Rando Realm. Welcome in. How you going? I did not screw that up. Well, I screwed that up, but that's fine. I did not screw that up once, and I'm so proud of myself for that. Oh my god, that was hard. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for the luck, Rando Realm. How you going? Alright, let's check the 2 gossip stones here, and then, actually, no, wait. Let's go up here first. Collect our song, and then we can check the 2 gossip stones on our way up. See? I'm smart. Zelda's Lullaby. That's actually a pretty good one to have. Termina Field music stones give green rupees. That's fine. And then let's go. I said let's go. That's just running us into the wall. Alright, let's just do this normally, I guess. Be boring. There we go. Oh, it feels so nice to be able to say things in 2 syllables. I don't know if you caught the part where I was about to say okay and then I just went, oh. Yeah, I saved it. We saved it. Defeating Gomez gives green rupee. That's fine. Defeating Gomez is literally on the last bit of priorities. Sonata of Awakening can be found in Deku Palace, so that's vanilla. Interesting. we could pretty much go get Sonata immediately. So if Sonata of Awakening is required, that means that an item of value or a Triforce piece is either in Woodfall Temple or whatever Woodfall Temple is. The clear state of any of those dungeons, so that means like the Swamp Water cleared or the Ice melted or whatever. Oh right, I forgot there was the upgrading check there. It could also mean that it's in the graveyard as the Captain Key to check, or it could be in the Swamp Spider House. We're getting a lot of good hints here. The lullaby opens a lot of checks. It does. So it opens up every single fairy fountain. It also opens up Zora's domain to us officially without having to do chicken. And it also opens up quite a few stops in Water Temple and Spirit Temple. And Bottom of the Well. So it does open up quite a lot for us. It is actually a really good song to find. It's a really good one to get. Speaking of which, we're going to go do Fairy Fountain here now. This is the only Fairy Fountain that we've been able to find properly. And access, I should say. Like any Great Fairy Fountain. So there's 6 Great Fairy Fountains in the game. There's one here. There is one in Adult Hyrule Castle, which we've acquired the Gold Gauntlets for. There's one in Death Mountain Crater. Well, technically there's one in Death Mountain Crater, one in Death Mountain Trail. There's one out in Zora's Fountain. And there's one out in the desert. Have I counted all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Sorry, I lost count of what I was saying. So that opens up 6 Fairy Fountains for us immediately, which is nice. I love the little climbing animation. It's so cute. Alright. Oh, we don't have an ocarina. I forgot about that. Tiny little detail. Whoops. Alright, let's just get out then. And go straight to Termina Field. I am so excited we have a Kokiri sword because that means we also have a sword over in Majora's Mask, which makes going through Termina Field just that much easier. It makes it that much better. It's fine going through there as Deku, but once again, the fire and the ice traps are a bit of an issue for the Deku form. So having the sword, game breaking. Not game breaking. Game helping. Words. Alright. Out of curiosity. Termina Field. No, Ice Cave. And GTG. Ew. I hope nothing's on the moon, because I am not going to GTG if I can help it. Alrighty, Vegemite. We are... Actually, I'm going to go back and do this in my normal order. I have a very specific order in which I like to do Termina Field to make sure I don't miss any checks. So we are going to continue... We are going to go back and do that particular order. Because otherwise I do get confused as to what I have and haven't done very easily. So, hopefully we're going to find some good items here. I mean, we know we are, but I'm hoping for some... I'm hoping for, like a bow, maybe, or, some... I don't know, some... an ocarina would be really good. Just some good items, please, game. Alright. Termina Field Music Stones give Green Rupee. Cool. Song of Soren can be found in Clock Town. We already have that. Goron Village is foolish. We already knew that. Secret Shrine is Path of Wisdom. Excellent. Secret Shrine Wisdom. So that is shuffled in with all of the dungeons as well. So we're going to have to find Secret Shrine. Once we find Secret Shrine, we're probably going to need the light arrows. Great Bay Coast is on the Path of Courage. We already knew that. But luckily for us, we already know that the light arrows are here in Termina Field somewhere. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent and excellent. Okay, you're back. Give me a heart. Thank you. Alright. Let's continue on. This is why we don't have the Deku form. This is why we don't cut the grass's Deku form. Just saying. Alright. Now, we don't need to check the same stones over and over again because they all have the same message. They're all intrinsically connected together. So, we can just back on out. Hey! Spirit Medallion! Nice! And anti-magic trap. And another anti-magic trap. Alright. How are you all doing? How are you all feeling? I don't know how long I've been streaming for. About 2.5 hours? Close to 2.5 hours, yeah? Almost 3 hours. I'm feeling good. How is everyone else feeling? We might take another 5-minute break soon-ish after Termina Field, just so I can grab one more cup of tea. Just to soothe me sore aching throat, but otherwise we're good. We're good. We're feeling good. Fish! And there's our light arrows. Excellent. I love to see a light arrow. Nothing. Hey, adult wallet. That's nice. And Bremen mask. They're all legit items. Color me surprised. Bremen mask and adult wallet. Boom. Nice. Okay. That's just a Greg. That's just a pot. I have had that pot be a check before. Elegy of Emptiness was hiding in that pot previously. It has been a really annoying one to do. I sat there for over half an hour with the Zora Boomerang. Okay, excellent. Ice trap, thank God we got that piece apart when we did, otherwise we'd be dead right now. Poacher's Saw. Because we don't have a lot of the checks enabled for the, trade quest, the Poacher Saw is basically just a non-entity for us. We don't actually have to do anything with it. Alright. Hey! Ice arrow! Pop off! That's a trap. Yep. And that's a trap. Excellent. We'll collect that, and we'll collect our 2 more traps. Pass go. Collect $200. There we go. Hey, Muffy. I don't know if anyone can see Muffy, but she's just currently just trotting behind me. Hello. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Aww, she's cuddling up to my feet right now. Really cute. Excellent. Hey! Goats remains. That's another trap. So 2 more already. Alright. Is a fur child. Yes. She's the cutest little fur child ever. Hello. Hello. She's so cute. Okay, Shadow is King Dodongo. King D. DD. Alright, there we go. Yeah, oh, Muffin's is the cutest little fur child. I love her. She can be a little, she's a gremlin. Like, don't get me wrong, she's a gremlin. Hey, a bow! Excellent, now we've got something to shoot our, arrows with. If all we need now is magic. And instead we get set on fire. Stone of Agony, very nice. Again, because we have the container always matches content, Jabu is Phantom G. There we go. Because we have content always matches appearance, say the Stone of Agony isn't as useful. The most it will do for us is just highlight when grottos exist. That's it. And there we go, piece of heart. Another trap. Wonderful. We've had our hearts be almost full for like a good 10-20 minutes now. This is unheard of. There we go. Alrighty. Greg! Alrighty. Eve, you'll be happy to know we still have not spent the Holy Greg. We have not spent that one the true Greg. Okay. Oh, no! Trading a bird and a mixture in the Lost Woods gives an ocarina. Not required. Sure, buddy. That means that Zelda's Lullaby doesn't yield anything of mad value then. But Sonata's required. So an ocarina must be required. Okay, hopefully we find the other ocarina. There are 2 ocarinas floating around in the game. So hopefully we find the other one, because that side quest is... I don't want to do it. That's what it is. I just don't want to do it. Alright. We are going to come back to... Hey! Thank you for the 95 bits. That's awesome. Thank you for not spending the Greg. Thank you. I tried very hard. I have tried very hard. It is my honor. Alright. Give me that, and no, don't set me on fire. Give me a heart. There we go. And let's go check out down here. We are going to save the cow grotto till last, as per always. Nothing here, that's fine. The reason why I still go down into the grottos, even though there's nothing there, is just so I can make sure I have checked out every single grotto. This is all in the name of me making sure I have hit every check possible. Even if it means hitting items that I know we don't have to. That was Dongo's Cav leads to Bolt Badge. No! Okay, I'm getting away from this bird before I lose the one Greg, the one true Greg. Plundering Woodfall is foolish. We actually knew that already, so that's fine. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go. Perfect. Go me. And we even got some rupees to boot from that. Claim check and a shock trap. Excellent. We got electrocuted for our troubles. Checks out, honestly. Checks out. And a Greg. Excellent. Whee! Alright, we've got a few more checks here to go, and then we are going to go to Cow Grotto. That's a trap. Excellent. Hey, Razor Sword! That's good. That's a sword, permanent sword upgrade for us. So our sword's going to deal more damage now, which, honestly, very necessary. Trying to do a lot of this on the base Kikiri sword kind of sucks. Like, not Termina Field stuff, but like the later boss fights and stuff like that. It's not that it's more difficult on the base Kikiri sword. It's the same difficulty no matter what. It's just it's a lot slower. And it's the slowness that kills an impatient person like me. Hey, fish! Let's go. Let's fish and go. Alright. Let's check out Cow Grotto. We had a really disappointing pot room, so I'm hoping for a really exciting Cow Grotto. Just saying. There we go. Alright. going up here? Just a quick little poll. Should we? It is getting late. We've already been streaming for 3 hours. Do we take a 5-minute break and continue after we finish 10-minute field? Or do we end it here and now that we've had a good run, do we end it here? It is up to you guys. So I want you, that poll is now live. Don't forget to jump online and check that out. That's a trap. And that's the actual couples mask that we have collected mid-air. Oh. Hey! Zora mask. I'll take that action. Alright. Ice trap. The ice trap's worth it for Zora mask, honestly. Yeah, that's all worth it. And Lens of Truth. Okay. We'll take Lens of Truth. I did say I wanted to go back to the chess game with Lens of Truth. Oh, we might be dead here. Nope, okay, cool. We still might be dead here. Cafe mask. Big bomb bag, nice. And we're dead. Honestly, kind of worth it. In all fairness, that's kind of worth it. Alright. Let's just quickly go back into pot room just one last time. Pot room into Cow Grotto. Just to make sure we hit everything up that we could. Ooh. Sorry, I was just refreshing my stream so I could see them. Don't forget to get in your votes in the poll. Are we going to end here or are we going to go on a break and then continue? It is up to you guys. It looks like ending here is winning. I think we may have some tired people in the chat. Honestly, valid, same. Now, in terms of bonus streams, I have a really full weekend ahead of me. I'm not gonna lie. I have a really full weekend. Really busy weekend ahead of me. I do not know if we're gonna have a bonus stream. We might try for one on Sunday night, and the operative word being might. But I also have plans on on Sunday day, that may involve some drinks. So we'll see how we go on that one. How about that? Well, we'll see how we go. Also, we can now thwack our statues, which means that not only do we unlock them as warp spots, but we unlock them as warp spots. That's pretty much it. Alrighty, you have like 2 minutes left on that poll. Do not forget to get in your votes for that. Do you reckon I can do this in one try? Probably not. We don't have bunny hood, so we can't actually... We're gonna try this, alright? This is the first time we've actually caught him here. Oh, okay, hang on, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Okay, I've got this. I've got this. Let's try this again, guys. Let's try this again. Alright. Alright. Pull up a timer. Pull up a timer. Like a stopwatch. There we go. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn it, I thought I hit it. I thought I hit it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was way too quick. I knew that. Alright. One more try. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes! I knew we were gonna get it. See? I'm so good at this. I'm really not. And we get a Greg for our troubles. Kind of worth it to get that check out the way, because that's one check that we always miss no matter what. We always miss that one because we just, it's we always miss out on the timing because it's hard to hit. Alrighty, the poll has ended and the votes are in. It looks like we are ending stream here. And you know what? I am a-okay with that. My throat, my voice is starting to fade out. I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna do just the shops here for now. Is that actual legit? Of course not. Excellent. This shop's killing me. Oh, I didn't realize that was literally, but okay, sure, pop off. Let's just check the plot here. Right. Literally trying to kill me, I get it. I see how it is, game. I see how it is. Alrighty, Vegemites, we are going to check one last thing, and then we are ending it today. What we are going to check is just the chest up here, and then I think we might call it. So fun fact, in the 3DS version of the game, you can actually stand on this bench here to jump up using the Zora mask. That's not what I was trying to do, but it won't let you do it in the original version. It's because the collision physics on the 3DS version of the game are quite different when it comes to stools and logs and stuff like that. Really weird fun fact for you, very niche. Not many people are going to think to sit down and go, I wonder if the physics of the logs are different. I mean, speedrunners do, don't get me wrong, speedrunners definitely do. It's kind of like their whole shtick, but still. Alrighty, Greg. I think we are going to call it here for now, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Let's find someone to raid. I think we have made a great start with this rando today, and the best part is, I have made notes. We are going to remember this. Maybe. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's find someone to raid tonight. Who is happening? Well, Aeneas is online, so I'm here and let's go check out Aeneas. Alrighty. Wait, hang on. Bear with me for a sec. I just want to see if one particular person... Okay, cool. No, it is Aeneas. I just wanted to see if someone was on. Alright, we're going to go raid Aeneas. If you are interested, they are playing an Ocarina of Time no-hit enemy randomizer. If you are interested in that, go check them out. Join the raid. Go check them out. Feel free to watch their content. Say hi. Give them a follow if you're interested. We're all small streamers trying to do our part, and we all appreciate sharing the love around. I want to say a big thank you to everyone for the follows, for the chats, for the bits, for the cheers, for the gifted subs. It is all really appreciated and all really well loved. Aeneas is celebrating their affiliate anniversary. Let's go cheer them on. Thank you so much, and I will see you maybe Sunday, but definitely next Tuesday, although a little bit late because I'm working late. But I will see you then. Catch you later, and bye! Oh, good girl, Muffins.